Okay, today we are going to learn how to add monetization to our application, and we're going to learn how we can use Google AdMob. So we want to integrate Google AdMob into our Flutter application. So let's go to our VS Code. This is our VS Code. So here is our app. This is our application. Let's quickly run this app and see how the application looks like, and how it actually looks when we have not added AdMob to the application. So let's run the app. There you can see the app is running. Let's give it some time. So here is our application. This is how our application looks like when we have not added AdMob. So you can see the app, the readme. If you want to add a document, you can click this plus sign and add any document, and you can also come back, and once you've added, this is where everything will be displayed. Okay, all your PDF or your documents, and this app allows user to convert PDF file to documents, also convert documents to a PDF file. Okay? And also here, if you select a document, a particular document, this app, you can use this app to read it aloud for you.
Stand-up meeting minutes,
it
the 3rd of
uses
September 2025.
okay, so it uses AI to read the whole document for you. You don't need to use your, let's say if you have an eye problem or you don't have time to read a long document. Okay, this app is built to read a document for you. You just need to just put on your headset and it reads the document for you. Okay, after reading, you can even summarize the document. Okay, you can summarize, select a paragraph you want to summarize it for you, and this app will use AI. It is using Gemini API to summarize this app for you, and you can even save the summary. Okay, let's say let's summarize section 1. Okay, so we summarize this section 1. You can see it is loading at the top, and once the summary is available, you can decide to save the summary and read it later. Okay, it fails handshake connection terminated during. Okay, so something went wrong. So let's come to a setting, and you can see our API is actually connected. Okay, you can remove your API, you can add your API. Simply just without this API, you can't summarize it. And let's say for Gulliver's Travel, and this is a PDF, and this is how PDF files look. And let's say we want to summarize a small, oh, okay. Is it done? Okay, I don't know what is wrong. Okay, so let's summarize page 1. It will summarize. This is the summary for page 1. Okay, the app has summarized the page 1 for you. If you want to play it, you can also play the
Here is a
summary.
structured summary of the text. Ben Idea Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travel.
Okay, so it can read everything. So let's save this summary. I will say Gulliver's summary, Gulliver's summary. Okay, I'll say Gulliver's summary. Okay, Gulliver's summary, and let's save. So summary is saved, and if we come back to our summary, you can see this is the summary for Gulliver's. Okay, you can save your application. I mean, you can save the summary and also close it. If you decide to delete it, just long press, and you can also delete your summary. So that is that. So it's a nice app. But now that we currently do not have an ads for this app, there is no ads, so let's close it. Now what you want to do is to go to our browser. Okay, let's go to our browser and see what is required, what we needed to do to complete the configuration. And if you see, the first thing we needed to do is to create our AdMob account and app. Okay, create our AdMob account, and we already have our application ready. And what you need to do is to add the Google mobile ads package into our application. So in our Flutter project prospect.yaml file, we'll add this dependency, Google AdMob ad. Okay, then we also need to configure our Android file inside the Android manifest. So inside, what we want to do, we will change the Android name and the application ID. We need to set it to our Android AdMob app ID. Okay, and also add configuration for iOS inside the info.plist, just as we did for the android.mls Android manifest file. Change the application ID. We'll also do the same for the iOS and configure the app ID with our ads ID. And we need to change the deployment target to 13.0 or higher, okay, inside our pod file as well. So number 5 is we need to initialize the mobile ads SDK. Okay, and load and display the test ad first, then place ad widget inside our UI. And the last thing is to switch to real ads unit. So basically we are going to test the whole application with a fake, let's say a test IDs. We are not going to use our original, because if you use the original in your test application, Google will flag your app. So let's go on to go to AdMob. Go to, just type AdMob and admob.google.com. So here is the URL, admob.google.com. Now let's go in. So it will take you to this interface. If you already have an account, you just sign in with that your account. If you don't have, so all you need to do is to sign up. Okay, and the sign up is straightforward. It doesn't take much. So all you need to do is you sign up with maybe if it is a new account, you just sign up with that your email. So there is no long talk. All you need to do is fill the form, get more out of AdMob. If you want AdMob to be sending updates to your email, you said yes, and your payment country, you select Nigeria or the country you are currently residing, and you read the terms and agree. Just continue, and you register it. I already have account, so I'm not going to go through this process again. So let me just go into my account and I will show you how the inside looks when you are registered. So okay, so now you look at it, how the interface actually looks now. So if your application is there, if you have an app that ads is already running, so this is your estimated non-earnings will actually look like. If today, so far, yesterday, people that used your app yesterday, and the ones that have so basically this is a learning application, so that's why you are seeing it this way. So your interface will actually look like this. And now if you come to apps, this is where we want to add our application. If your interface is empty, if you have not added any application, it won't look like this. So we'll come to app and we want to add app. Okay, want to add a new application. Okay, and if we come to our project, the name of our project is readmate. Okay, readmate, that's the name of our project. So we'll come back to our app and I'll say Android. Okay, you can select any of them. I'll say Android. And is this app listed on supported app store? I will say no. The app is not currently on Play Store or App Store. So just continue and let's add the name. I'll call it readmate. I'm going to call it readmate. Okay, and you add your application. Okay, and you see application successfully added, readmate. What to do next? So what we need to do is, so we need to create our ad unit and test our SDK integration. Okay, after you completed the testing, publish your app to supported app store and add stores to your AdMob. We will do a few checks to make sure it's ready to show ads. This typically takes a couple of days, but in some cases may require more time to evaluate your app. Okay, so let's click done. Okay, so now our app is ready, and if you look at it, we have 0, right? Today so far is 0, and yesterday 0, app unit, everything. So unlike the previous one that we have some dollars made, right? We have some dollars made, but currently you can see there is nothing inside this dashboard. So now what we need to do is the continue. Now it's to continue the next step and add our ad unit. Okay, now let's go into adding ad units. So here we have banners, interstitial, rewarded, interstitial and rewarded, but we are going to add only two. We are going to add only banner and interstitials to our application. Okay, so in case you are wondering what is banner and what is interstitial, you can actually see how banner is. Banner is rectangular ads that occupy a portion of an app's layout, can be refreshed automatically after a period of time. Okay, banner is just let's say on Facebook, that little part that shows under the video. Okay, under the video, it doesn't take the full screen, so that is banner. It just appears in a small portion, and it's sometimes allow you can close it if you want, and that's banner. While interstitial is that pop-up app, that advert that pops up and covers the whole screen, and you must watch it to a certain seconds before it will allow you to close it. That's interstitial. So now let's go and select banner. Okay, so the unit name, I'll write readmate banner. I'll say readmate banner. Okay, readmate banner. I'm using this ad unit for real-time binding. No, you don't need all these ones. Okay, so because it's AdMob, so you leave this one and you create this unit. Let's create this unit. Okay, now once this unit is created, you can now see that we have a ID. Okay, we have ID for this banner, and we also have ID. Okay, so complete the instruction in the Google mobile app SDK guide using this app ID. Okay, so this is the app ID. Okay, this is the app ID that will include in our application, and this is the banner ID. Okay, this is the banner ID. We have the app ID, which is this one, and we have the banner ID, which is this particular one. We may not need to include all this one at this moment. Okay, we can just leave them I just leave them because we don't want to pick we don't want to display our real ads at the moment. So what we need to do, let's also create another or instead let's just go ahead, and what I want to do is we'll screenshot this part. Let's screenshot this id, and these two ids. Okay, these two ids, and we'll take a screenshot. We'll come, and if you are using Windows, you use the snippet tool to take a screenshot. Then I'll seek new control save. Sorry, I need to copy the whole screen, and I'll save it, and I'll call it banner. So now let's close this one. We'll come to our AI tool, and now let's paste this image here. This is because we do not want to configure all these things by ourselves. We don't want to do all these things by ourselves, right? If we want to do all these steps by ourselves, it means we will be the one to come to our application, and let's say for instance we want to configure add this package, this Google mobile ads package. Add this Google mobile ad package. We'll come to our app, come to the popspec.yaml file. So inside this place, this is where we will now include inside here, okay, under this dependency, under this dependency under these dependencies, this is where we will include that package. But we do not want to do all those ones. And also let's say we want to configure this Android file and add this application ID by ourselves. It means we have to come to our application, and come to Android, close this, come to Android, open Android, we'll go to app, we go to source, main, and now you see the android.manifest file, and inside here this is where we'll configure. Inside here this is where we'll do the configuration for those Android IDs that were needed. And we don't want to do all these things. We want to use AI to build the whole application and include the ads for us. So we don't want to do or go through all this process. So for that, let's go back to our AI, and we'll upload the image that we screenshotted. Okay, and we'll add file and select the banner. Okay, here is the banner. Okay, now good. So now write a prompt. Okay, we want to add this banner into our Flutter app. So write me a professional prompt to display the banner in our app, including the needed configurations. and SDK, SDKs, configuration and SDKs. So now let's send. This will write a prompt with the app ID. Okay, forgot to add included the app ID, so it will include all the necessary things based on the this thing we've given it. Okay, now if you look at the prompt said integrate a Google AdMob banner into our Flutter app using what Google Mobile Ads package. And it said AdMob credentials. It includes credentials, the app ID, the Android is this, banner unit is this is the banner unit, this is the app ID, requirements. It includes everything that needed to do for the banner to actually work, and a couple of things to fill in before using it, where the banner goes, top, bottom, or inline in specific screen, iOS support. If you also need iOS, separate iOS ID, we will need to they will need a separate iOS, but we are currently working on only the Android, so we need the iOS, leave the iOS part for now. So for that, let's go ahead and continue. So we'll copy this prompt. Let's copy the prompt, and we'll copy this prompt. Copy this prompt, and let's come back to our application. And now we are using codex. Okay, you remember our previous class how we set up our codex. So we want to use codex, so we'll paste these credentials to codex, and let's run the app. Okay, now that the AI has completed building the banner, let's now run the application and test. Okay, so we'll come to our runner and run this application. Okay, now that is running, if we come to our lib folder, okay, this is our lib, sorry, it's wrong. So we come to this lib folder and come inside, open the shared. We see it created a banner ad widget. Okay, so inside here we have our ID, the production ID, and the test ID. This is the production ID, and here we have the test ID. So basically this test ID is what it will currently use. Okay, it will not use this production ID. We will only use this production ID only when our app is in production. So this is the ID, the test ID we will be using to display our test banner inside our app. And if we come to our popspec.yaml file, and if we scroll down, you will see the SDK that's added into the application. Let's go see the Google Mobile Ads SDK. So it has been added, and if you go into every other configuration file like the Android file, you will see where things were added into our application. So this android.manifest file, if you open it, you will see where our ID was configured into it. Okay, so this is the file for the ID side. It has been configured, and you see here we have the ads.application ID. Okay, have the ads.application ID called inside here, and you see the value as our app ID. Check the value, it ends 44586. And if we come to our browser, come to our Google Ads, you will see the ID as 44586. So all configurations are set. So while we're waiting for the app to run, once the application runs, you will now see where we are displaying the banner in our application. So according to our AI, it is displaying the banner in the bottom of the app. Okay, let's close this one. So it said, look at what changes it made. Okay, it added this Google AdMob into application, added Android AdMob app ID into this manifest file. It initialized mobile ads before the run app. Okay, that initialized mobile ads before the run ads. So if we come to our main.dat file, okay, come to, we'll close this one, and if you open, close the Android folder, and if you come to this main.dat file, you will see how the configuration is being made inside our main.dat file. Okay, inside here, and you see this is the test ID that we are picking, and inside this main, it is done inside this main void main file. Okay, good. And next thing, it added a reusable adaptive banner ad widget, which is this particular widget. Okay, you can see now our app is running. Added this banner widget and router. So a lot of things has been done and implemented into our application. Now let's see how it actually looks in our mobile app. Okay, the app is loading, and okay, now you see at the bottom side, you can now see there is a test ad showing. The ad is not showing exactly, but if you open it in your app, you will see a test banner showing. Now that we have configured the banner, now let's go and implement interstitial and display interstitial in our application. Now let's come back to our app, and our Google AdMob account. So we'll say done, either we'll say done or we'll create another ad unit. So let's go and create another ad unit. Okay, this time around we are going to select interstitial, and we'll name it as readmate interstitial, readmate interstitial. Okay, interstitial, readmate interstitial, and we'll leave this part and just go to create this unit again. Okay, now this unit, if you look at it, it has the same app ID. Okay, we do not need the app ID, and this is what we need. Okay, this is what we need, but as usual, we are going to take a screenshot, using the snipping tool. Okay, take a screenshot using snipping tool. We'll screenshot the whole screen. Okay, and we will save it. Okay, I'm going to call it interstitial, and I will save it, and let's close this one. So we'll come to our AI tool, and let's also paste this image, and I'm going to call it it is interstitial actually. So paste the interstitial, and also we'll tell it to write a prompt. Okay, write prompt to professionally implement interstitial interstitial ads in on our app. Okay, inside on our Flutter app. Okay, so we have already implemented the banner ad. Okay, so we'll tell it to show display and load the interstitial. Okay, we'll call it interstitial whenever the user opens the app. Once the app loads once the app loads from the splash screen splash screen, it should load the ads and any other places where necessary. Okay, where needed. Okay, where needed on where needed based based on our app logic. So now let's paste it. It will write us a prompt on how to display the right way to display our interstitial in our app. Okay, so it is writing the prompt. We already have all these ones configured in our app. Our app ID, our Android ID is already configured in our application, so we do not need a lot of things. All these things, most of them will not be used, but let's just copy our main.dat file is already implemented. So let us copy the whole prompt. And we'll paste it in our app. Okay, so now let's paste it here once again and allow it to implement the interstitial. Okay, I know a lot of things has already been done, so it will skip most of those implementations. So all is needed to do is to display the interstitial, the pop-up ads into our application. Now let's run this code. As you can see, it's read that it's going to add it as a shared ad service. So the banner setup states separate and the interstitial logic has its owner. So just as we have a banner ad widget, it's going to create another widget for interstitial. So now let's wait while our AI builds or writes the code for us. Okay, now that our AI is done with the interstitial implementation, the ad has been implemented, and now let's go ahead. And if you look at it, if you come to shared, we have the banner, and inside there the core, we have ads inside, and we see interstitial ads implementation inside. And if we open it, you will see how the interstitial is implemented inside the app. Okay, now that the implementation is done, let's refresh the app and see how the interstitial banner is displayed inside our app. So let's run the how to restart the application. Okay, see our app is restarting, and you see how the interstitial is loaded, and once some seconds, you can see it will now allow us to close the interstitial ad showing. So if we change this, if we change this IDs, the banner IDs to our original ID. Now this is a production ID. If we change it to production ID, you will see that it will load a real ad, just as it displays on Facebook, Google, and every other one. So but we don't want to do that because our application is not yet on Play Store. If we do that, our app will be restricted, and Google will ban our ads from showing. So once we put our app in Play Store, and our app is live and is production ready, we can now come back and change it to the production ID and display it, so that every user can now use it, and you will now use it to make money. So this is how you implement AdMob into your mobile application, or using Flutter. So in our next class, we will learn how to send our mobile application to Play Store. So let's close this guy. Thank you. Let's refresh our application once again, and see how the interstitial ads will, the pop-up ads will show. So once the application loads, you see the pop-up comes up, and you can close it. Okay, and also maybe probably we can also include it that anytime a user wants to summarize a document, we can also allow pop-up to show. Okay, anytime you click this summary button, it will say show a pop-up or something. You can also include that, so that at least before the user open the app and close it, maybe in multiple times, they should already have seen like 2 or 3 pop-ups, so that way you can make more money. Okay, see you guys in our next class.